Here's what we should do. Episode 3. 3?
Yes.
2, 3?
No, we skipped 2.
We did skip 2. Yep, blank again.
All right.
My bad.
So, the holidays are coming up. Christmas is in 6 days.
Yeah. God dang it. I can't think. Hold on.
Cut!
Yeah. Son of a bitch.
Do you need to go to the bathroom and compose yourself?
I don't know.
Are you okay?
I had thoughts and then they just went away. And then there were no more. There were no more thoughts.
I asked you if you wanted to do the intro.
I did. And I thought I was prepared. I was sadly mistaken. I apologize.
Oh, gosh.
We'll work through it.
Well, why don't you just have Shannon do the intro?
No.
No, he needs to do it too.
Okay.
Get out of here, Jay.
Anyways. Alright.
Enough of the peanut gallery. I'll stop talking so that you can talk. Sorry.
Anyways. I'm sorry. I don't know how I'm going to start this.
Welcome to episode 3. We now have a sound guy.
Yeah, welcome to our unofficially official episode 3 of Here's What We Should Do. You should do whatever. We'll work it out.
You should watch it.
yeah,
And comment.
That's a good one, actually. Yeah. Yeah, we recorded an episode 2. Well,
No.
I say recorded. We sat there and talked
For an hour.
for an hour. But after 2 takes, we realized that we were not recording at all. So we're pushing that one back till a couple weeks now. Way down the road, but we're cleaning it up. We have a good friend of ours here, Jeremy, who's helping us with sound and providing equipment for us. We're just
Yeah. Yeah, so we're in Jeremy's apartment recording right now, and we've got him sitting here grinning at us and laughing at us the whole time. But I guess if he's laughing, then y'all are laughing.
I hope so.
So I'm going to refrain from doing finger guns. I made it all the way through the last episode without doing any finger guns, and y'all will never know because it didn't get recorded.
It's so great because I always think back like to that recording. I'm like, man, we had so many great moments.
We did.
And I keep thinking,
really
I'm like,
good.
man, can't wait to rewatch that or like, and I'm like, dang it, it's gone forever.
Gone forever.
I'm not trying to make you feel bad. But
Yeah,
man.
thanks. By the way, if we hadn't told you yet, it was my fault. So we had a little mishap the last episode, or the first episode, with my S Pen because I am technologically impaired. And so the little button thing is a cool feature, but if you walk away with the S Pen and then walk back up to it, it's not connected anymore. So it wouldn't record. Yeah,
we never hit record.
Yep, never hit record.
But we're moving on. We're gonna go on with the show, and we're gonna keep on talking about what we've got.
Easy killer, easy, easy. So yeah, what's been going on with you?
I mean,
You did a lot better last time.
I
when
know.
we didn't record it.
I know I did. I can't think today at all.
Well,
This side, come out of me. But
I didn't understand anything you just said.
Oh.
So I've got nothing going on currently. Went hiking a couple weeks ago. That was fun. Cooper went to the range.
I did go out to TDSA. We made a video out there and put it up on the YouTube page. If you're here, you should check it out. It was a lot of fun out there. Hopefully we get to go a lot in the future and experiment stuff like that. And we're actually going to start possibly doing some training, some actual tactical training, and we'll hopefully get to record that and do some fun stuff centered around that. But yeah, Christmas is coming up, and we're gonna bang out a couple of these episodes and have some fun with the holidays, and putting out our wishes for everyone to have fun, safe holidays too.
Yeah, don't drink and drive.
Can't tell I'm a little bit sick. My voice kind of drops a little bit, and I apologize if it's hard to hear me or understand me, but I'm trying. But yeah, we're gonna keep on going. Shannon actually had someone he wanted to talk about today.
So there's this guy named Jim Searles, and he runs a small nonprofit organization called Feed a Hero, and they go out on Christmas Day and feed hundreds of thousands of police officers and just first responders, firemen, paramedics, all that kind of stuff, just to give them food. They're away from their families to protect us and keep us safe, put out fires, people stupid burning turkeys and all that crap. So they do an excellent job. They've got 2 locations now, one in Frisco and one in Louisville. And I know that his son is running the one in Louisville. Go see James. Find out if you can help. Look up Jim Feed a Hero Searles on Facebook or wherever you're at. And that's all I really got with him.
How'd you hear about him?
He used to go to church with us.
Okay.
I was in a small group with him. We served on some men's retreats together. And he's doing some great stuff.
Yeah, he sounds like a really great guy.
He's doing some great stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, we just wanted to get a shout out to him and spread a little bit of awareness for that. It's always good to give back during the holidays or any time of the year. But this is, the kind of time that people, it's good to reach out and expand past yourself.
We'll usually, on Christmas Day, whenever they're sitting up at Walmart down the road from the house, me and Heather will just go buy them a Gatorade, a couple of waters, and some beef sticks or something, because they're eating junk food all day anyway, so give them a little bit of extra junk food.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, we can get back into our topics now. First we wanted to kind of talk about our music influences growing up.
Who we enjoyed listening to.
Yeah, just kind of, I thought it was, interesting fact about people, and it tells a lot about a person, I think, and it shapes a lot of who you are, and I wanted to kind of get into that and see, especially with Shannon, what he had going on and what it was.
So, my mom, when I was younger, worked at a little honky-tonk bar, so I got into, George Strait and Alan Jackson and Patsy Cline and stuff like that, and Reba, my future ex-wife, and just, a lot of country when I was younger, and then some more pop R&B type stuff, Aretha Franklin, and just normal stuff that my parents listened to, Hootie and the Blowfish, and just listen to everything. And then whenever I started, the first CD I ever got was actually a Korn CD, and it was Follow the Leader.
Yeah.
And I listened to it for about 2 months, and then I started singing the lyrics while I had the headphones on. My mom heard me, and she's like, "Yep, that's going in the trash."
Where'd you get that from?
One of my cousins bought it for me.
Yeah.
One of the same ones that got me high when I was 8. Yeah. Good times. Not really. But, yeah, so I got into more metal music, and then I had friends listening to rap. Eminem came out around that time with My Name Is. So, obviously, a little white kid living in Denton, I got into Eminem, which progressed into other rap, and then I moved to Sanger and stopped listening to rap and only listened to heavy metal for a long time. Slipknot, Korn.
Yeah.
I hated Slayer always, but, not everybody's a winner. But like Mudvayne and Hatebreed and Killswitch Engage. But then I got into country music because I started working at a ranch.
Oh yeah. So you kind of circled back around.
Yeah. So and now I just listen to everything. I don't really care.
Yeah, kind of for me, growing up, my parents weren't crazy about music. I mean, we just listened to whatever was on, 99.5 The Wolf, It's just whatever. 99.5 Wolf. Oh! Man, that was stuck in my head forever. And, I mean, it was never, my mom never talked about it, nothing, I mean, this was never a big deal. It was just, what was going around. And then my brother, who's 5 years older than me, started growing up and getting in his teens and his,
angsty.
Yeah, he went through his phases.
Yeah.
He went through all the typical phases that the kids do.
Isn't he kind of angsty still?
A little bit, but he's all over the place. But,
he hasn't watched any of these, has he?
No.
Oh, okay.
You probably won't.
Alright.
But he went through all, we grew up listening to the same stuff as kids, and then he went into high school and stuff like that and started listening to, he was kind of a skater for a while, started listening to punk and the, rock and stuff, and progressed into more metal, and then somewhere in there got into the electronic music, the
EDM.
Skrillex and all that stuff, and after that, more got into like rap and other stuff like that, and now he's actually circled back around into country. But that's kind of what I grew up as even 5 years younger than him, watching him go through all those phases and listening to all that stuff with him. And I probably maybe shouldn't have been, but I grew up just loving everything and anything that I found to be good, and it's really
it's really good.
No, anything I find, that I think is good, and I just, I don't have any specific genres or anything. I'd say I like. I just like what I like.
Yeah.
Which is a great conversation to have with anyone who asks you what kind of music you like.
Especially people who aren't really into music. They just listen to music. So it's like, all I listen to is country.
Exactly.
And
I can't stand it.
It's like, I love country, but there's so many good musicians out there that don't do country.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I kind of pride myself on, finding the beauty in a lot of things.
Yeah.
And I like doing that. But I know you have found a guy not too long ago that you really liked.
So there's this 27-year-old, and he's a bluegrass songwriter. And his name is Billy Strings. And if you look him up on YouTube, he has some amazing guitar and vocals.
Yeah.
Reminds me a lot of Hank III. Hank Williams III, if you don't know what I'm talking about. Awesome guitarist. And so far, I haven't listened to everything that he's got, but my favorite song so far is Dust in a Baggie. And it's about a guy who gets strung out on meth and then gets arrested for having meth and calls his daddy to come get him out. And he's like, going to prison for some dust in a baggie.
That's pretty
sucks
cool.
To suck.
I really like that. I've been enjoying starting to hear a lot of newer artists that sound old and classic. It's a nice, refreshing taste.
Yeah, and I mean, what I like is that it's not all crunchy in studio. You know what I mean? Like it's raw. It's raw, and it's honest. It's honest music. You're not getting fooled by a synthesizer or whatever they call them things that make your voice sound good.
Them things
that make your voice sound good.
Yeah, and I mean, and it's reflected on what I've seen in your life. That was a big old car screech right there.
No, that was people screaming.
Oh,
there's a bar right down the road. Mm-hmm. We're right on the square in Denton. We'll probably do a pan shot whenever we're done with this, so that you can see where we're at. It's a beautiful view outside of Jeremy's apartment, especially now that it's Christmas time. The courthouse has all the lights on. It's beautiful. Yeah. But there's also the screeching, and Jeremy thought of a really awesome game, and I kind of want to share that right now.
Yeah, we can
So,
tease that a little
We
bit.
live in Denton, which is the hipster paradise. So he thought of a really cool game called Hobo or Hipster. So what you do is you sit here and you look out the window and you see people dressed like hobos, and you wonder, are they hobo or are they hipster? So there's that.
You really don't realize until you think about it.
Yeah.
And you look at someone, you're like, oh my goodness, I really am not sure.
I don't think we're going to have much of a hobo audience. But if we do, I'm sorry if I offended you.
Yeah, and if you're a hipster,
if you're a
walking around
hipster,
that looks like a
stop
hobo.
being a hobo.
I mean, if people give you money, that's cool, though.
I mean, just because you look dirty doesn't mean you don't have money. I look dirty right now. I took a shower. I didn't take a shower. I just came here straight from work. Anyway, carry on.
But yeah, I mean, you talking about him singing about struggles and all that. I know that it's kind of probably reflective of your life a little bit.
Are you calling me a hobo?
No, I'm not a hobo. We're off the hobo thing.
All right.
But no, it's you have some great stories to tell.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no denying that, and I always want to get into them.
Yeah.
For sure. And I always wanted to ask you about Waylon, your son, coming in, and whether or not that was a surprise or not. That was a culture shock. I know you changed a lot about your life when that happened, and I just wanted to hear about that story and what your mindset was like when that happened.
So, about 4 years ago, give or take a few months, I was working for a guy, really awesome guy, treated me really well, and he was kind of like a mentor to me, like spiritually. He was teaching me a lot about the Bible, teaching me how to do carpentry work while he was teaching me about the Bible, and paid me really well. Paid me $25 an hour.
Wow.
And I worked at almost 40 hours a week, and he guaranteed me 30. So even if we didn't work, I still got paid $750 a week.
Wow.
Regardless. So, and he didn't take taxes out, which was cool, kind of. But no, and so one day Heather and I I was waking up getting ready for work, and she's like, "Hey, I think you should go get me a pregnancy test." And I was like, "Oh," because we're a married couple, and
Yeah.
So she's like, "You go." Shut up. So she's like, "Why don't you go get me a pregnancy test?" I said, "Okay." So I ran to the store real quick, grabbed her a pregnancy test, gave it to her, and then left to go to work. So I'm driving down the road all willy-nilly, listening to my music. I don't know what kind I was listening to at that time. Probably Willie Nelson or something. But get a phone call, answer the call. Actually, I was on my motorcycle, so I didn't answer the call. I pulled over at my boss's house, and I pick up the phone, and I was like, "Hello?" I didn't hear anything. And then I hear, "Ah!" It's like, "Oh, I guess you're pregnant then." She's like, "Yes!" And I was like, "Oh, okay." And she's like, "You're way too calm about this." Like, what am I going to do about it?
Yeah.
I mean, we're going to have a kid. I'm going to be a dad. You're going to be a mom. We're going to do it. I mean, we don't have a choice.
Yeah.
And I mean, we weren't really in the greatest spot. We were just getting into our walk with Jesus a little more and kind of moving into the Christian lifestyle.
Right.
And, but we were still hanging out at bars, drinking a little bit. And, we're not the best Christians in the world. We're not the worst, but so we weren't prepared, to say the least. We did not plan on having children.
Right.
Our goals were different. We had other priorities at the time. Now, I would not give it up, for sure.
Yeah.
Man, Waylon is probably one of the best things that's ever happened to me, aside from Heather.
Right.
Herself.
I can tell.
So, yeah, found out we were going to have a baby. So, funny story is, my buddy had a 1950 Chevy, and Heather wanted to do our maternity pictures with that Chevy.
Mm.
I was like, okay, cool. So I went and got it from him. I left my truck with him so that he could use it and do what he needed to do. And then drove to Sanger. We did our photo shoot, had a great time. The truck kept breaking down on the way home, or on the way there to Sanger.
Yeah.
I kept it the whole weekend. But it kept breaking down. I fixed it. Something else would break. And I fixed that, and something else would break. But when you own an old hot rod, that's what happens.
Right.
Stuff breaks, you fix it, it's done. Well, he wasn't mechanically inclined, so he couldn't do that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So he paid me to do it most of the time.
Yeah.
But, so we did the photo shoot. Photos came out great. Driving it home, everything's running great, awesome. Starts sputtering a little bit. I'm like, oh, it's almost out of gas.
Yeah.
I pull over at the gas station, get some fuel. Pulled over, filled up the gas tank. Still wouldn't start. It's like, okay, maybe the fuel pump went out. So if I prime it, it'll start. So we pulled it away from the gas pump and pulled it up onto a parking spot up by the road. And I call him and say, hey man, it's not running. I need some help. Can you come over here? My wife is 9 months pregnant at this time. And I'm like, hey, why don't you go ahead and go home? We'll get it running. If nothing else, I can drive my truck home and leave this here and have it towed, whatever, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
She's like, okay. So she leaves, and I'm pouring gas into the carburetor to start. I was using a antifreeze bottle, so it's a pretty big bottle to be pouring gas. And I poured, and I was like, all right. And I said something, and he's like, go. And I was like, no. And he thought I said go, so he cranked it. It backfired, caught on fire, blew Fireball out. Fireball catches Jug on fire. Jug catches me on fire. Gas is poured all over the ground, so the ground's on fire, the truck's on fire, I'm on fire. I freak out and I sling the gas can, which catches me more on fire because more gas comes out. I throw it, catches the grass on fire.
Oh,
so
goodness.
there's fire at a gas station. Good times, you know? So, this is only the third episode. Technically second. Anyway, so I throw the can, and I'm like freaking out. And you know, when you're in school, they're like, "Stop, drop, and roll. Stop, drop, and roll. If you're on fire, stop, drop, and roll."
Yeah.
Well, you know what you don't remember whenever you're on fire? Stop, drop, and roll. That's what you don't remember when you're on fire.
Forget. Stop, drop, and roll.
Let me light you on fire. Let's find out. I'll record it, just like the lady that was standing there yelling at people to call the police. While I was on fire, with her phone, she's recording me yelling at other people to call 911. Thanks, lady. You're a real help.
I mean, you got the video at least, right?
No.
Oh, what
Never
the
found
heck?
it.
What?
Never. I looked it up, too. I looked it up. Guy on fire in Highland Village.
There's a lot of those, probably.
Nope, not in Highland Village. Turns out, none, actually. Apparently, she didn't post it.
Wow.
Anyway,
Selfish.
so I take my jacket off, which extinguishes the fire on my arms. Great. Now my leg is on fire. Okay, let's get that out. How do I get that out? Well, genius thought. Let's wrap the jacket around it.
Sure.
Wrapped it around it. Went out. Cool. All right. Now, what's on fire now? The ground. Let's move the truck back so that it's not still catching on fire.
Yeah.
Automatically went out because there's no more fumes right there.
Mm-hmm.
The truck's still on fire and the grass is still on fire. So I wrapped my jacket around the air breather, got the fire off of the truck. Truck's completely out.
Yeah.
Grass is still, well, it was grass and mulch. So I'm moving this mulch on top of the fire to get it to go out. While there's another person who's a genius yelling at me, why are you feeding the fire? What are you talking about? You're putting mulch on top of the fire. That's wood. Oh, yes, but mulch is wet. It will put the fire out before it's able to...
Right.
Long story short, I put the fire out. Fire department shows up after I put the fire out. And they're like...
I got it, guys.
Yeah. They're like, is everybody okay? And we're like, yes, everybody's okay. Well, my buddy's like, he was on fire. We should check him out, make sure he's okay. I'm like, no, I'm good.
No, don't.
I'm good. You know, adrenaline is pumping. I don't feel anything. I'm good.
Goodness.
I had 3rd-degree burns all the way around my leg
Oh.
and one little spot on my hand. And they're like, you need to go to the hospital. It's like, no,
Oh.
I don't feel it. I'm good. Well, as the endorphins slowly leave my body, and Heather comes and picks me up in the nice air-conditioned car, and I get in, and I realize that I'm still on fire. Or at least I feel like it.
Goodness.
And my leg was, like, I pulled my pant leg up, and it was just seared meat.
Oh, man.
It was bad. And I started, like, it hurt so bad that my head started hurting. I was sweating. It hurt so bad. And it was cold outside. I was not good. So Heather's like, yeah, you don't have a choice. We're going to the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
So she took me to the hospital, and they cleaned everything up. And
I hear that's horrible.
oh, yeah, it's a good time.
Yeah.
It's not the first time I've had it happen yet. So, like, if you'd like for me to go into detail, I can.
Oh,
Would you
I
like
mean,
me to?
we're here.
Yeah. So steel wool.
I hear that's flammable. A little bit.
Yeah. Well, if you put it up against a 9-volt battery.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fire starter. There's a tip.
Yeah.
I didn't do finger guns. I just pointed. Promise.
All right. Keep those hammers down. You know?
Hammer down. No. So they scrub it with steel wool and disinfect it and everything, and it's terrible. Had it happen one more time when my dad slammed a thumb in the tailgate of his truck. Different story, different time. Yeah, so they clean it all up, put Neosporin, Silvadine, all that stuff. And they're like, yeah, your leg's going to be fine, but we're worried about that little spot on your hand. You might need physical therapy. You might need to go see a specialist. I'm like, what? I've put cigarettes out on my hand and made bigger burns than that. I've put cigars out on my tongue and made bigger burns than that.
Goodness.
I didn't go to physical therapy or a specialist, and I'm not going to. But yeah, that's that story.
Wow. That's wild.
It's interesting. It's a fun story.
It's
a fun story to tell, actually.
One way of putting it is interesting, yeah.
Jeremy's over here looking like disgusted. What is going on? Anyway.
Oh, man.
So speaking of fires.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to teach you how to start one, not on yourself.
Yeah. So I was surfing the interwebs because Cooper said he wanted to talk about the deep dives that you can do into the interwebs and all the crazy stuff you can find. Well, I don't surf the web that much. I don't care about the internets that much. So I was looking at survival stuff, and I found these cool little...
That's what Shannon does.
Yeah, that's what I do. So I found these cool little fire starters. You start with the little round face scrubber things, the little cotton ones. Mm-hmm. So you get a bunch of them. Not the ones that already have the chemicals on them. Please don't do that to yourself.
The wet ones.
Plain ones. Buy a whole bag of them for $1.
Yeah.
So you buy those, buy 2 of them Catholic candles, you know, the big ones, like that you say prayers with. You don't say a prayer with these ones, the ones that you buy.
Yeah.
I mean, you can if you want, but I mean, pray anyway. But anyway, so you melt those down, not by lighting them. You put them in a double burner.
Oh, that would be...
Put them in a boiler.
Not what I imagine.
Boil the candle wax so that it all melts evenly.
Wow. I did that terribly. It would have taken like 2 days.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for this thing to melt, man.
I'm just trying to melt this wax down so I can make these survival rounds that Shannon was talking about. Dang, man, that video didn't take this long.
Oh,
anyway.
My God.
So you put it in a pot, you know, you do the double pot thing, put it in water, boil it, and melt the wax down. Pour it into a big thing, like a big bowl, and then just take some pliers or something. Make sure you don't do it with your hands. I feel like I shouldn't have to explain that, but I know that I do.
Yeah, disclaimers are good.
So then you take the pliers or something, or tweezers, whatever you got, and you grab the little round, dip it in there, bring it out, put it on wax paper. And you just let it sit and dry, and then you just light it on fire, and it's a fire starter. Burns for about 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Here soon, hopefully, we'll test them out, make a little short video on
Oh, yeah, that'll be fun.
all this stuff. You said there was also a cash.
Okay, first,
Cash.
before that,
What's up?
there's another one that I wanted to do.
What you got?
The chip fire starter.
Chip, I've seen this before.
So
Those
what
are
you
awesome.
do is you grab a bag of chips and you open it.
I've seen them most of the Doritos.
It works with classic Lay's. It works with Fritos. Fritos are the good ones because they smell real good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So you take the Fritos or whatever, you open the bag. You grab the chip, you light it on fire, drop it back in the bag. Boom, there's your fire starter.
It's awesome. I've seen this before. We'll do this for sure.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But we're going to use a big bag. Oh, yeah. Not them little fun-sized ones.
The family size. We're like...
Looks like that's going to be a video this weekend.
We should actually see if we can start a whole fire.
We should do it right out here on the courthouse lawn.
We'll be part of the homeless. And we won't be that sure either.
Yeah, no. All right.
But yeah, this little cash hiding thing is cool that you said that.
All right. So that one, what you do is you grab some kind of household item, like shampoo, conditioner,
Little container.
that's not a clear bottle or something, and then you take like a roll of $20 bills, like a small roll.
Right.
Tighten it up real good, make it real tight so it'll fit down in that lid. Wrap it up with cellophane or something, real tight. Make sure it's good, because otherwise you ruin your money. And then you just shove it down in there. Nobody can find your money. It's all gone.
I would forget it was there too.
Like if you're traveling or something, you're worried.
That's an awesome idea.
If stuff hits the fan,
Oh yeah.
you got to hide some money. You want to have some cash, but you don't want to carry around cash because you do it with chapstick too. Take a chapstick tube, take all the chapstick out of it, roll up the money, stick it down in the chapstick tube, close it up.
Yeah, those
Nobody
are
knows.
very useful.
Yeah,
That was one of the
put your
things.
weed in there.
Yeah, it was, but yeah, when you started sending me survival stuff and all this things you always talk about, and, he talks about survival stuff a lot.
Yeah, I do. I love survival.
Oh
stuff.
yeah, it's really funny.
But
But
so if you
now,
want to send it to me, I'll definitely do videos of it.
yeah, he will. He'll do whatever. But no, it got me thinking, and just got me thinking where, a lot of people, especially me, I don't really have a plan, for something were to happen. Everyone knows that tons of different things could happen at any moment. And,
We kind of live out of the grocery store as our pantry.
oh, for sure.
So we just run to the grocery store and grab whatever we need, and then we cook our meal.
Yeah.
Or, we have enough for a few days.
Yeah. That's what it got me thinking. I'm so reliant on my phone, on my, groceries being there, on my car having, being able to go down the street and get gas, whatever, and at any moment something could be cut off, an entire power outage could go on for, days, and, we can't even use our stove then.
Something that's more realistic to hear,
Right.
particularly here, is if a tornado hits here.
Okay.
And
That actually happened not too long ago.
yeah, so if you're trapped, stores aren't open. If the stores are tore down, if it's a bad enough tornado, which we probably wouldn't get one here that bad, but something happens, God forbid, an EMP or something.
We'll just say what we're all thinking: zombies.
Zombies, yeah.
No.
Okay, what about Flint, Michigan?
What happened in Flint?
They can't drink their water. Their water is completely toxic. They can't drink it at all. And that's where my grandma's from.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's a huge deal, and people are getting sued. They've got a whole TV show about it now. But
Yeah.
yeah, they can't drink their water. What if you couldn't drink the water out of your tap?
Yeah, that's when.
What happens? Do you have water at your house?
No,
You got a case of water bottles?
sure don't.
I usually have one case,
Nope.
but that's not enough. That'll last me, the amount of water I drink, that'll last me a day and a half, maybe two.
Maybe.
But you got to also think, oh, you're going to want to brush your teeth. You're going to want to water your doggies. You're going to your kids need to drink. You got to wash your hair. Can't
Yeah.
have dirty hair around here. Don't want to look like one of them hobos
Yeah, exactly.
or hipsters, whichever one. I mean,
Yeah, that's what I just started thinking. It's probably not.
I'm not prepared either. Don't worry.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's just it got me thinking. Having something, some kind of plan, or just anything. Just having another case of water. Just to get you through a day, or just anything.
I do have a life straw.
Yeah, those are cool.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
You tested it?
Nope.
You scared to?
No, I don't. It's not that I'm scared
You haven't
to.
drank your pee yet?
No. That's only for fun times, right? No, but can't you get drunk off your own pee?
I mean, if you could, I think a lot of people would. I feel like that'd be
Recycling alcohol.
I mean, yeah.
Don't you know?
I don't put it past most people. Alcohol's expensive.
Anyway,
You brought it up.
anywho, what was I saying? Oh, God.
I'm interested in this now.
You can drink your own pee.
I know you can.
It's sterile.
Man, if it got you drunk.
Oh, God. What if it did?
What if it did? That's what I'm saying.
It'd be a lot more homo
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying. I mean, everybody, the homeless, the hipsters, and literally everyone would do this.
There would be no more bars.
Exactly. Life straws would go sold out for sure.
No, because that would purify it, and you wouldn't be able to get drunk.
That's
off it
true.
anymore.
That's sad.
Sad day.
Jeremy's about to cry.
All right, so life straws are good. No, I remember what I was going to say. So I don't want to use it because it builds up the bacteria as you're pulling it out.
Yeah.
And you can clean them out. You just have to backflow on the purified water. But it's still, you can only use it so many times. You can only backflow it so many times, and I don't want to waste it
That makes
when
sense.
I don't need it. I thought I was going to have to use it when I went camping the other day because I ran out of water in my little 4-liter camping bag, or my water bag.
Yeah.
I went hiking. That was a fun time.
Yeah, you
Talk
are
about that
a
later.
brave soul to go out with just a backpack on your back.
It was fun.
Yeah, I bet it was. I'm terrified too.
Short little story. Me and a friend of mine were, like I said, we're into the apocalypse stuff. What's going to happen? What's our plan? Blah, blah, blah.
Right.
Bug out. Are we going to bug out? Are we going to bug in? What are we going to do? And if you don't know what I'm talking about, bugging out is if something happens, you ditch and get out as fast as you can.
Right.
Bugging in is hunker down. Use what you've got on you, in your person, in your house, whatever. So I've got a bag, and it's constantly set up. It's always got my water purifier. We'll go through that another time.
Yeah.
We'll have a whole episode where I just break apart my bag and show you everything that's in it. And so we'll grab that. Both of us will grab our bags and hike through the woods for a day and a half or whatever. We want to do a 3-day trip. That's our goal. But my little 4-liter bag is not big enough for that.
Yeah.
Like my water bag. So I've got that, and then he usually carries water bottles, which he needs to get over that because that's not going to work.
Yeah.
But yeah, and we kind of do it a little bit bougie. Last time I took a deer backstrap with us. It was frozen when I left, and it was almost all the way thawed out by the time we made camp.
That's awesome.
So it was perfect. We chopped it up with some onions, some bell peppers, some seasoning, cooked it up. He had a skillet in his backpack.
Yep.
I was like, man, you can't go hiking with a skillet.
can't.
We had 30-pound backpacks.
Yeah, I'll say you
My
can't
back
forget skillet.
was killing me by the time we got done.
If you ever played PUBG, you can't go anywhere without a skillet.
Oh, God. You are absolutely
Stop
right.
bullets.
But I've never used a skillet in PUBG.
Why?
I didn't know
You have to
stop bullets with it.
You put it on your back and it'll ricochet.
What?
Yeah, they'll ricochet off, and so what you do when there's
I've been playing PUBG for over a year and a half.
Yeah, whenever
and never
there's
used
one
it.
guy left, all you do, you just drop all your clothes, you drop everything. Yeah, I'm saying you got that skillet and you just run. And it scares the other guy too bad. We'll do PUBG tutorials.
Alrighty
Actually,
then.
That's actually not my PUBG strategy, but it does.
I thought you didn't play PUBG.
When I did, play a little bit.
But you were a fork knife kind of guy.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Those updates really got you, didn't they?
Oh yeah, it's just so much, so many colors. I'm already dyslexic. I can't. I can't take epilepsy too.
All right. Moving on.
All right.
Speaking of weird corners of the internet.
Yeah, actually, speaking of video games, also, back on episode 1, I brought up, that the internet's so vast and so crazy and filled with all sorts of communities and pages and just tons of things you'd never think of. And if you don't know about them, you just wouldn't. I mean,
if you don't know, now you know.
You're about to. And so yeah, I thought it'd be fun to maybe each episode or whatever, kind of bring up a little fun thing I found or I know about, on the internet that probably a lot of people don't know, and it's to me it's interesting. The thing I want to talk about is something I'm actually involved in. I play Xbox a lot, a little too much probably, but I play a lot of sports games, and they have the football, the Madden, and the FIFA, and all the other stuff.
The Nintendo Switch Fitness crap.
Unless you're staring down your enemy over here that you struggle with.
The loop of death.
That made you do 100 squats the first time you tried it.
You did. That video will be posted later. Don't worry about that.
That one's coming.
Winter is coming.
But yeah, you have all your regular sports games, but one of the more neglected.
One of the least played, more neglected.
Yeah, that word. That's how you say that.
And we're good, buddy.
But just as sports in general is still hockey, and people still aren't much fans of it, and they believe it or not, they make a game for that too. And but yeah, and in NHL, you can play online as each individual position. If you know anything about hockey, you can play any position on the ice and play.
Can you play quarterback?
Yeah, they actually have a quarterback in hockey now.
No.
We did this last time.
Oh yeah, I forgot that nobody got to see that episode. Exactly. That's why it was funny to me, but it's not going to be funny to anybody else. They're just going to think I'm stupid.
Oh, that's an inside joke.
Man.
But
dang it.
But yeah, online you can play. You can create a team, like create uniforms and a stadium and logos and do everything you want, and you can get your teams together with your friends and play against other people. And so there's communities on Facebook, and we now built it up mostly through Discord, the Messenger app. It's a official Moose NHL Xbox league.
Time out.
What?
Why the Moose?
It's called the Moose Hockey League. They named it.
They're Canadians, aren't they?
Their vast majority is Canadian.
All right.
And it's just one of the staples.
How are you?
It's really awesome. I mean, it's thousands of people. There's tons of leagues, not just the Moose Hockey League. For the one I'm in, there's tons of LG League. Yeah, there's tons of people playing this stuff. And when you just look at NHL, the game, it's one of the least played sports games there is, at all, and least downloaded. I looked it up earlier. I think they said FIFA last year sold over like 300 million copies, while the last NHL game only sold a couple million. And they're still, these guys have been playing for almost 10 years doing this league, and and now I'm just kind of getting into it, and it's a full-on, we have, I think there's about 4 seasons through a year, and you scout and you practice and you get a team together, and they draft people, and I mean, it's official, and
it's like you're an actual player, but you don't have to work out.
Exactly, and it's awesome. I mean, there's a whole schedule. I mean, it's just so crazy that this little itty bitty game,
So when's your first game?
I think the draft is somewhere around January 15th. I've been scouting for the last 2 weeks. I'm not on a team yet. I might not be at all.
Well, if you are, I'll watch your games.
Yeah, thanks. They do stream the games. We stream the draft. I mean, it's really official. It's crazy how.
And then isn't there one guy who has a whole team that he made, and then he makes videos of interviews and stuff with his
someone who plays
cartoon characters.
Yeah, a guy who actually plays just NHL on the game. Also, if you don't want to do online things, you can just create a team and play like you're in the actual NHL and add a franchise to the NHL and get real players and real, things go through the years. And this person has he has created a team, created their uniforms, logos, just like I said, everything else. And he has gotten real players from the actual National Hockey League and built his team. And now he runs an Instagram page and a Twitter page and a YouTube page for his team.
So much free time.
And what it is, it's a resume builder. He's actually trying to build a resume and show that he can do this for a real team and show this to people. And this guy has hundreds of thousands of subscribers and tons of viewers.
So he wants to run somebody else's Facebook page, pretty much, or somebody else's social media.
Yeah, any team's real. Yeah, it's pages.
Makes sense.
And I mean, he goes crazy with it. He photoshops pictures of the real players,
with their families.
No, with his jersey on, doing
okay.
interviews and stuff. I mean, this guy is it's just awesome, and I mean, it's just so crazy that you take the big sports, and then you can end it down to one of the least sports, and then the video games the same way, the least played video game, and you have this community of thousands of people who get together and coordinate all this stuff. And I just think it's really crazy, and I enjoy it a lot.
That is pretty cool. I don't really play video games much. The ones that I do like are mostly zombie games.
I get that.
Survival games. Weird, right?
Oh, there's one I want to show you, actually. I can't remember.
Is it Days Gone? Is it the one where they have a motorcycle?
Oh, not that one. No. It's
Really
literally just one where you're out in the snow and cold and have to survive for more than 10 minutes. It's hard. And it's really...
Do you have it?
No, I do not, but I can get it very easily. I had the trial. I deleted it very quickly.
Because you suck?
Yeah, I froze in 2 minutes. I was like, what's that?
You didn't pick the right clothes, did you?
You didn't get to pick nothing.
You went out there in Bermuda shorts.
No, you just wake up and you're just like, all right, it's cold, and you're dead. And I was like, what the heck?
You gotta build a fire first.
In the snow?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's hard. Yeah. But you don't have anything. It's,
There's sticks.
We'll get into it. Man. Sorry. Pushing through. But yeah, video games are a fun thing to dive into. And I wanted to set it up for next time that I want to get deep into video games and, the influence they have, and then expand on that a little bit further. So whenever the next one we get to do, hopefully soon, be looking forward for that.
Yeah.
Maybe
Thursday.
Yeah. Whenever we'll have it up, hopefully soon though.
Yeah, hopefully this one will be up soon. Jeremy's editing skills and time that he has to actually do it.
If he can edit at all less.
Hey man, we're dads and we don't have much time.
I'm not a dad.
Be forgiving, minus this one.
Yeah.
He's not really a dad.
I tried.
He has a dog though.
I do have a dog that my parents take care of mostly.
Just like having a kid, right? Just kidding. Just kidding.
Oh, goodness. But yeah, I mean, and hopefully, maybe not next week, but sometime soon we'll actually play the name game. We played it.
Oh, man, it was so good.
We played it on the last one we tried to record, and we had such a great time. And we had such great names, and I mean, it was exactly how we wanted it to go, but it did not.
It was so good.
It did not get recorded.
Yeah.
So look forward for that. Hopefully, I don't know. We'll get it soon, but we gotta reset and do new names, and
Yeah. So I will give you one of the names that I used because I want you to look him up. His name is Jesco White. Jescoe White, like the color. And he is a glorious redneck. Just a glorious
redneck. That's a great description.
He's amazing. He's a tap dancer. Cool guy.
A redneck tap dancer.
Oh yeah, man. Hillbilly, not redneck, hillbilly. Huge difference. He's from West Virginia. There's a Netflix show, or it used to be, called The Wild and Wonderful Whites of West Virginia. I recommend it.
Yeah. Yes.
Anything else that we gotta talk about?
I mean, we had a few things if you want to get into it a little bit.
I don't know. What's our time looking like? I don't know. I don't want to talk about the impeachment because I'll sound stupid.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not for it. I'm not against. I don't know.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird thing.
Yeah,
it seems like it doesn't seem. From what I heard, it doesn't seem like it's going to happen.
I don't know enough about any politics to even talk about politics.
Yeah,
so
that was what I was hoping. That's the reason we should.
Because we don't know what we're talking about.
Exactly.
We should talk about things that we don't know what we're talking about.
Yeah. Then
all right. Well, then let me give you my take on this. I think that it's stupid. I think that if we have a president, and people don't support him,
I think that sucks.
It sucks because it's. Trying not to get too political about it.
That's a politics.
I know, but man, from the day they put him into office, people have been talking bad about him and saying, "I don't support him. I don't support him.
Before that.
I hope he fails." Okay, if he fails, our country fails.
Exactly. I don't get that mentality. No matter what you think about him.
Yeah,
you should always be rooting for
I think
us.
I don't think he's a very smart man. I don't think that he necessarily should have been president, but I don't think that anybody else that was running at that time should have been president either.
That's valid.
So I don't think we have very many good choices as far as presidents go.
Yeah, and
that's my take.
I think my only concern, coming up with an election is this gun agenda that...
Yeah.
I mean,
it seems like everybody is on that, except
and it really seems
like 2 or 3.
And it's not a big deal except for the fact that they're only doing it to gain voters and to gain people on their side.
Well, it may not even be that. I think it's more to gain power.
That too. I'm just saying people trying.
I'm trying not to give away any of the Star Wars movie right now, just so you know, because it reminded me of it a lot. I was like, oh, wow.
You don't have to say anything.
Welcome to America.
Okay.
I can't talk about it, Jeremy.
Stop talking about it then. I don't want to hear it.
I didn't tell you anything.
You're saying things that are giving context.
I said Star Wars. Oh, no.
Exactly.
You're giving it away.
I'm leaving this podcast.
Jar Jar Binks is in it.
I really hate you. I don't know if I want to believe you or not. I don't know if I want to believe you. I don't know if I want that to happen.
God.
I'm actually not a Jar Jar Binks hater.
I love Jar Jar Binks.
After I rewatched episode 1 when I was a kid, though,
you could see how he could have been a
Lord. That and that very, very much so. And I can see why people hated it. though.
I actually loved that one, but mostly because like the pod racing is so awesome.
I love it still to this day because I just loved it when I was a kid. But I can definitely see how people were not thrilled about it, especially after the original trilogy.
I need to sit down and watch all of them one day.
We did. I showed my beautiful girlfriend Jade all of them here, and I don't know. I think she was asleep for a lot of it, but I watched it and I enjoyed it so much.
Molly fell asleep during the new one. I almost did, but it was just because I was tired. It was good though.
How long is it?
I don't remember. I didn't pay attention.
Can't wait to see it.
I know it started at 7:10 and I didn't get home until almost midnight.
So it's a long movie.
No, I had to go pick up Waylon from my mom's.
I guess, I mean, we're just kind of rambling now.
Yeah.
I think we can kind of close this out.
You ready to close it out?
I guess so.
So what are we going to do next time?
Next time, we're going to go get into the video games. And
Are we?
I hope so.
Are you going to research this?
That was my plan.
Should I research it?
If you want, I'll expand. I'll tell you off camera.
You going to leave that one? You going to leave that donkey show?
I'll try. I don't know.
Alrighty then.
On that,
Here's what we should do.
not that.
Not that at all.
All right. Anyways, hopefully this will be up soon. Hopefully we'll get another one pumped out soon and keep getting on a regular schedule here.
So we were talking about the tactical training.
Oh yeah.
Walt Mayfield's going to do that for us.
Yes.
Hopefully soon. We're going to sit down and talk about it soon. One day when we have time to. We're going to record it. We're going to make videos. We're going to make videos for him because he's trying to start his business doing that.
Yeah, Walt, if you don't know, is he among many things he teaches
LCC.
Yeah,
License to carry.
CHL. Yes, LTC classes. And you know what his website was called?
I know his business is called Train, Protect, Defend, and you can find.
Yeah, if you're thinking about it,
I'll put it in
looking into it. Go find him and find the. Yeah, you can always sign up. You can just talk.
Do the thing, find the stuff.
I'm trying.
He's on Instagram. He's on Facebook. He's, Bearded Rebel Scum on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's got Train, Protect, Defend. You're stupid rubbing off on me.
Sorry, Walt.
But yeah, Walt's a great guy. Check him out. Anybody else we want to plug in here real quick?
Thank you, Jeremy, for letting
Thank you,
us
Jeremy
use your
Sparks,
stuff.
a.k.a. Sparky, a.k.a. he doesn't want to be called that anymore, a.k.a. the man with the mic.
Yeah, he provided everything this time. The house, the phone, everything. He's hooking us up. And, hopefully we're going to keep on rolling good now.
Yeah.
No more mishaps.
No more month-long delays. And we're going to try to have a backlog a little bit so that we can still post on.
Exactly. Don't get it twisted. This is not episode 2. This is episode 3.
Yes, episode 3.
We're going to be like Star Wars. We're just going to release them in all kinds of different orders.
No, because we're not doing an episode 2.
No episode
Remember
2.
we said we were going to skip
no episode 2 ever.
Never.
Never going to be an episode 2.
It's the hidden footage.
It's not hidden.
This is not the episode you are looking for.
Alright.
Oh, wait. Never mind, I can't say
Shut
it.
up.
It's from Star Wars.
Stop saying Star Wars.
Ewoks.
You're scaring me. You're stressing me out. Alright,
guys. Thank you for watching. Comment, like, share, do all the things with the buttons. Hit the bell so you know when we're coming.
Thanks for watching if you're here at the end.
Yeah.
And we'll see you hopefully soon. This is Here's What You Should Do.
Oh, here's what we should do.
God dang it.
So here's what you should do is remember that. All right, here's what you should do.